And so we'll be beginning to define and locate and fund a processing location within the United States for the titanium that we'll be bringing.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Alberto Rezende. He is the CEO of M2I Global. And Alberto, good to see you again. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Thanks for asking. It's great to see you, Steve.
Yeah, good to see you as well. And coming out with some news that I wanted to talk to you about strengthening the U.S. titanium supply by agreeing to a deal with Titanium X. So first off, let's talk about Titanium X. They're based out of Australia, right?
Correct. They're based out of Australia. They have a series of partners focusing on critical minerals, and they're really focused on titanium, as you can imagine, as their name says, right? So they've been able to get some really good partners with some really good material and some really solid ilmenite that will be able to, beneficiate there and then bring over and begin to process here in the United States, which is great because we haven't really had any processing for titanium in the United States for quite some time. And so, as we've been talking about for quite some time, we need to return that ability and capability to process to the United States. And it starts with sourcing material. And so we need to grow our quiver, if you will, of different materials that we can bring. And titanium is a key material for us.
Where are they in their development of titanium? Are they producing now, or what this company is at right now?
Right. The company itself is not producing titanium, but they have a series of partners that are, and so they're very
Okay.
close to being able to begin to ship and beneficiate. So that's the exciting news.
Yeah, and talk to me a bit about, you mentioned the part in the United States. Can you talk to me a bit more about that part of it when it's actually shipped over? Because I think that's another key part of this as you continue, as you've said in the past, to really follow the supply chain line.
Absolutely. And I know that we've been speaking over time of the different project lines or lines of effort, if you will, for each one of the minerals that we're being able to acquire, particularly from Australia through our Australian partners, and being able to bring that processing to the United States so that we can really begin to control our own future for critical minerals and the processed minerals that are really, really important. And so we'll be beginning to define and locate and fund a processing location within the United States for the titanium that we'll be bringing.
And the technology you're with University of California, Berkeley, you've gone right to the scholars, so to speak, to sort of get this technology that you're hoping to use.
That's correct. We've had great connections and great support from Cal Berkeley. We had a meeting the other day, I guess it was last year now, a few months ago, where we were able to sit down with a lot of the key players, if you will, both on the science side and the development side and the relationship side, to really look at the series of technologies that they're looking to develop that they've got in the lab that are real breakthroughs in being able to improve the processing, create a more efficient process, and obviously a much cleaner process since we're after a responsible way of not only sourcing material, but processing that material once we have it.
Okay, and lastly, Alberto, just as you mentioned, we are obviously in 2026 now, early on in the new year, and I just want to get some thoughts on how you see this year shaping up. It sounds like it's going to be a really busy and pivotal year for the company.
It's good. I think every period is critical for the company as we continue to move forward. Right now, we're in the process of finalizing our business combination agreement with Volato, NYSE American listed under the ticker symbol SOAR, SOAR. We hope that that will close within the next 8 to 12 weeks at the most. That will then lead us to the development of each of those lines that I'm talking about and really begin to fund some of those critical minerals that will soon be sourcing. Our offtake agreements will kick in the first part of 2027. So we want to make sure that we have those well underway, at least in pilot stage. So we do have a very critical year for us as we look across those 3 or 4 lines of efforts, including the titanium piece, to be able to continue to develop that forward.
All right, well, we'll keep watching that. Alberto, thank you so much. Good to see you again, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Great to see you.
All right, Alberto Rezende, the CEO of M2I Global.